Welcome back to the Badger Den tonight on this lovely fall Saturday here in Bicknell. Tonight's game we have the Escalante Mokies visiting to play the Wayne Badgers. We're going to start off with a JV game for both teams. That game's scheduled to start about 5:45, and then the varsity match will start around 7 depending on how the JV game goes. Again, we're getting ready for this JV matchup between the Badgers and the Mokies. Teams are finishing up some warm-ups, and we'll be back in just a minute and get started with this game. right, getting ready for the start of this JV matchup tonight between the Mokies and the Badgers. Escalante Mokies visiting us today in the Badger Den. Starting off for the Badgers, we've got Lindy Jones, who just came out for the libero. Looks like Lily Moore will be in the libero role tonight for the JV squad. We've got Kylie Palmer, Lena Grundy, Cassie Reese, Camry Peterson, and Kira Peterson. And over on the Escalante side, Escalante will get the first serve. Marley Cottom serving first for them. She's going to serve it out of bounds. The other players for the Mokies on this JV squad at number 24, Fanny Orvin. Number 7, Allison Holcomb. And I can't see the other numbers for a second. Number 12, Riley Frey. Number 9, Berkeley Lyman. And number 6, Jessie McDonald. That's your JV players for Escalante. Badgers take an early 2-0 lead. Kira Peterson on the serve, now for Wayne. And Camry can't quite get that one back over. Back to the Mokies. Mokies will serve it into the net, and it'll go back to the Badgers. Cassie Reese now serving. Camry tips that one over, and the Badgers retain possession. Cassie still on the serve. Kylie Palmer gets that point for the Badgers. They go at 5-1. Mokies get the push there and regain possession. Number 3, Marissa Wilson into the lineup for the Mokies. Point Badgers. Lindy Jones comes into the lineup for the Badgers. Camry Peterson now serving. 8-2, Badgers on top. Camry Peterson still on the serve. Go out of bounds, and Badgers will get another point. Another point for Wayne. They go up 10-2. Side out back to the Mokies. A little confusion there on the Escalante side. So Badgers look at that side out back. Elena Grundy now serving for Wayne. Little too hard there off the hands of Kylie Palmer. It's going to go out of bounds and side out back to the Mokies. Kylie Palmer now serving for Wayne. Wendy Jones finds the corner. Point Badgers. Wayne leads by 9 here in the first set. Side out back to the Mokies. And Escalante's going to get called in the net. I'll give a side out back to the Badgers. Lily Morrill coming back in for Wayne to serve. Camry Peterson on the kill there for the Badgers. And Cassie Reese gets the roll on that one. It goes over and ends up on the Escalante side. Badgers will get another point. They take a 16-7 lead. Just a little too hard off Cassie Reese's hit. Ends up out of bounds. Side out to the Mokies. Badgers have got them doubled up here in the first set. Cameron Peterson now serving for the Badgers. Apologies for the lack of commentary in this JV game. Sometimes we use this JV game to tweak some of our settings and fix a few things that aren't going quite right. We're having a few audio hiccups on the feed, a little bit of too much of a delay trying to work some of those kinks out. Badgers go up 22-13. Jones tries to tip that one back over, and it's not going to quite make it. Side out back to the Mokies. Nice serve from number 12, Riley Free. Kylie Palmer with the hit. That was going to end up out of bounds. Marissa Wilson tried to get to it for the Mokies, couldn't quite get there. Elena Grundy serving for the Badgers. They're 2 points away from taking this first set. And Grundy can't quite get it over the net. That one's going to go down as an ace for number 19, Charmaine Porter. Badgers still lead by 7. Cassie with the push, and that one ends up out of bounds. Mokies clawing their way back here in this JV match. And Porter serves that one under the net. Number 24, Fanny Orvin, back into the lineup for the Mokies. Kylie Palmer now serving for the Badgers. They've got set point. And Heidi says that was in. Side out for the Mokies. Allison Holcomb on the serve. And Badgers got caught looking on that one. 5-point lead for Wayne here in the first set. Lily Morrill comes into the game for the Badgers. Reese with a nice hit. And Kira's able to get the tip and get that one to go over, and the Badgers will take the first set by a score of 25-20. We'll be back in a moment for the start of the second set. All right, ready for the start of the second set here in the JV game. Got the Badgers and Mokies here tonight. Referees are just checking the lineups and the rotations. Looks like things are good to go, so we'll get underway. Badgers won the first set, 25-20. Second set will go to 25 points. Kira Peterson serving first for the Badgers. Camry Peterson's able to hold the line on the net on that one to get the first point for Wayne. Peterson on the serve, and she's going to get the ace. Badgers go up 2-0. Another serve for Peterson. Maddie Nelson's able to hit that one over for the Mokies and back over by Cassie Reese, free ball, and number 6, Jesse McDonald, tried to get that one back over for the Mokies. It's not going to go, and the Badgers will get another point. They'll take a 3-0 lead. Peterson on the serve. And Maddie Nelson hits that one out of bounds. 4-0, Wayne on top. And Jesse McDonald tried to bump that one over. It's not going to go. Badgers will get another point and take a 5-0 lead. And that one's going to go off of number 24, Fanny Orvin, and go out of bounds. And looks like Escalante wants to take a timeout, so we'll take a break for a few seconds and come back for the remainder of this first period. Second set. All right, out of the timeout. Badgers have a 6-0 lead here in the second set. Peterson on the serve. And the Mokies can hit that one under the net. 7-0, Badgers on top. Cassie Reese with a really nice hit. It goes off the Mokies and out of bounds. 8-0, Badgers lead. Camry Peterson gets the hit and the point. And Jaden says that one was inbounds, just barely on that back line. So the Badgers take a 10-0 lead here in the second. And Camry tried to hit that one back over to the Mokies side. Can't quite get high enough, and it's going to go as a side out to the Mokies. Number 13, Marley Cottom now serving for Escalante. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So side out, back to the Badgers. They lead by 10. Reese Giles now serving for the Badgers. Sierra Woolsey on the push, and then Cameron Peterson able to get up high and tip that one into the hole. 12-1 Wayne. Mokies are going to make a substitution. Number 9, Berkeley Lyman into the game for them in place of Allison Holcomb. Reese Giles still serving for Wayne. And it's going to be another Badger point. 13-1. And that one's going to be an ace for Reese Giles. Badgers lead by 13. Lily Morrow with a back row hit, which goes off of an Escalante player and out of bounds. Badgers lead by 14. And comes down in the corner. Kira and Lily were caught looking there. They're having a chuckle about it. That'll be a side out back to the Mokies. They get another point. They now trail a score of 2-15. Jesse McDonald on the serve for Escalante. Sierra Woolsey gets the hit. And that was going to go out of bounds, and the Badgers will get the side out. Lindy Jones into the lineup for Wayne. Camry Peterson now serving. And that serve is going to be short, so the Mokies will get a break and a side out. They trail by 13. The libero number 3, Marissa Wilson, in and serving now for Escalante. Woolsey with the tip, and she's going to get the point and side out back to Wayne. 17-3, Badgers on top. Grundy with the serve, and she's going to get an ace. Another serve for Elaine Grundy. And the Mokies aren't able to get that one back over. Badgers take a commanding 16-point lead. Grundy still on the serve. Hit from Sierra Woolsey. Woolsey goes up again, bounces that one off the top of the net, comes back. Kiara Peterson gets it back over, back to the Badger side. Peterson tips. And Woolsey tries to help that one over. It's not going to go, so the Mokies will get the side out and the point. Badgers with a 15-point lead here in the second set. They win the first set 25-20. And Riley Free's not able to get that one to go over the net. Sierra Woolsey now serving for Wayne. Reese pushes that one over. And the Badgers will get another point, 21-4. Sierra still on the serve. And that one's going to go off of Jesse McDonald and out of bounds for another point for Wayne. And Woolsey can't quite get that one to go over. So a side out, back to the Mokies. 22-5. Number 19, Charmaine Porter. Back into the lineup for Escalante. She'll be serving. Reese tips that one over. That's going to be out of bounds, so the Mokies will score another point. 22-6. Badgers on top. Point back to the Badgers. Lily Morrill serving for Wayne. She comes in the game for Lindy Jones. And Riley Free tried to get a back row hit. It ends up in the net, so it's set point for Wayne. They lead 24-6. Lily Morrill trying to close this one out for the Badgers. And that'll do it for this set. So the Badgers win set number 2 by a score of 25-6. They now lead 2 sets to none over the Escalante Mokies. We'll be back in a moment for the third set. All right, here we go for the start of the third set. This will go to 15. It's a JV game. So the Badgers won the first set 25-20, and they won the second set 25-6. So they've got a 2-set-to-none lead as we start the third set. And Marley Cottom will serve that one into the net for the Mokies. So the Badgers will strike first again, and Kira Peterson serving first for the Badgers. Reese tried to help that one over. It's not going to go, so we're tied at 1. Possession goes back to the Mokies, and number 6, Jesse McDonald, will be serving. Giles on the hit. Fanny Orvin pushes out back over for the Mokies. Hit from Camry Peterson. Back over to the Badgers. And Giles not able to get up high enough on that one, and so the Mokies will take their first lead of this game. 2-1. McDonald on the surfer with the Mokies, and she's going to get an ace. Badgers caught looking on that one as it comes down in the corner. McDonald on the serve. Lily pushes that one over. Tip. Free ball back over to the Mokies. And that one's going to come down out of bounds. Badgers didn't touch it, so that will be a side out to Wayne. Reese Giles serving for Wayne. They trail 2-3. And Fanny Orvin gets the kill for the Mokies. Marissa Wilson on the serve for Escalante. Elena Grundy tries to get the hit, and she can't get that one to go over. Mokies take a 3-point lead in this third set. Morrow with the back row hit. Now it's going to go off the Mokies and out of bounds. So the Badgers will get the side out and the point. They trail by 2. Camry Peterson now serving for Wayne. And that one ends up in the net. 4-5. He's going to go out of bounds, and the Mokies will get the side out. Riley Free will now serve with a 2-point lead. And they'll get the ace. 7-4. Escalante on top. And that one goes up into the rafters and comes down on the Badgers side. Badgers looking a little bit out of sorts here in this third set. Mokies have them doubled up. And that one's going to end up out of bounds, so the Badgers get a break and the side out. Elena Grundy now serving. Badgers down by 3. And they're caught looking there, so the Mokies will get another point. Charmaine Porter into the game for Escalante. They've got a 4-point lead. Sierra Woolsey with the push. Kara tips that one over. And battle the net, and Kira's able to win that one, so the Badgers will get the side out in the point. Number 24, Fanny Orvin into the game for the Mokies. Reese Giles comes back into the game for Wayne. Sierra Woolsey with the serve. Badgers able to keep that one in play after a hit from Allison Holcomb, and then Holcomb's not able to get that return back over, so the Badgers get another point. 7-9, Mokies ahead. Woolsey on the serve. And Giles hits that one out of bounds. Mokies lead by 3. Mokies are 5 points away from winning their first set of this match. And the referee says no one hit that one, so it's going to go for 4 hits for the Mokies. Badgers look at the side out. Lily Morrill in the serve for Wayne. They trail by 2. Cameron Peterson with the hit. A nice dive from Kira, and the Badgers not able to get to it in time. That'll be a side out. Cassie Reese into the game for the Badgers. Camry tips that one over and it goes out of bounds. So the Mokies wanting to extend this game for another set. And they're going to get an ace from Marley Cottom. Badgers struggling in this third set. Cottom with the serve. Camry with the tip, and that one's going to... Oh, Jaden says it was in bounds. It looked like it was pretty close. He can see it better than I can. So the Badgers trail by 4. Kira Peterson in now to serve for Wayne. Camry gets the tip back over. And now it's going to come down in Cottom's, or in McDonald's lap. Badgers trail by 3. Kira's going to try and see if she can get some more points here for the Badgers. She had quite a run there in the second set. Free ball back to the Escalante side. And Camry wins that battle at the net. Badgers trail by 2. And Donald hits that one into the net. So the Badgers have a 1-point lead. Escalante's going to take a timeout, see if they can stop some of this Badger momentum, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the final part of this third set. All right, here we go. Badgers trying to claw their way back into this one, see if they can win it in 3. Kira Peterson on the serve. Badgers trail by 1. Reese with the hit. And looked like a flub serve from Berkeley Lyman. And the Mokies aren't able to get that one over, so the Badgers tie it up. $13-all here in the third. And Cammie with a happy birthday. So the Badgers have game point here after trailing for most of this third set. They've clawed their way back into this one, and they're 1 point away from winning this game. Nice serve from Peterson there, and that was going to hit the ground, so the Badgers will take it in 3. So after 3 sets in this JV matchup, the Badgers won the first one 25-20, won the second set 25-6, and then they had a little bit more of a time on their hands in the third set. Looked a little bit more out of sorts, but they were able to come back and win that one by a score of 15-13. So the Badgers will win the JV game here against the Escalante Mokies. We're going to end this broadcast of the JV game. The varsity game is scheduled to begin probably around 7 o'clock, but it might be a little bit earlier as it's only about 6:30. So we'll start that JV or that varsity broadcast probably about 6:45. We'll end this one here, and we'll see you back on that separate varsity feed for the varsity game against the Escalante Mokies. Once again, the Badgers winning in 3 sets over the Escalante Mokies for the JV game.